Mrs. Kirsch had nothing to do with Hank being saved. Spoilers if you aren't up to date with Welcome to Derry. This almost felt like a penultimate episode. You see the influence the entity has on the town hit its peak, and everyone is tripping. Really having the shard has done nothing but affect her negatively. I don't think you're supposed to hold it for that long. That's why the indigenous people kept it wrapped and stored away. We're also seeing it come to a head with Leroy. I see so many people talk about how the entity influences the negative feelings of Derry, and that's why the people act the way they do. But I feel like I need to correct that. It's not that the entity is influencing or creating these feelings, it's amplifying feelings that are already there. Like when the patty cakes called my boy Ricky Ricardo. Pennywise did not make that up. They had those thoughts already. He's exacerbating them. I understand the entity has been there since the town's inception, but it doesn't influence the whole of America. Charlotte's experiences in the South and the racist laws that are already put in place for the Black people there are not something that the entity made up for Derry. Mrs. Kirsch has finally turned into what we see her as in the movies. I gotta say, I felt really bad for Hank. He's blown up his life for the woman that he loves. I got a chance to talk to the actor yesterday at Soho House about this relationship. He mentions that in a deleted scene, they cross paths at the movie theater and that he feels like their relationship is serendipitous. I think that's a very real feeling to have. Just a tragedy that this woman is not only illegal to date, but cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Richie was running game at full capacity. Not only has he been encouraging Marge to embrace herself and her flaws, but he is just running elite level game. I don't even want to call it game. I just think it's swag. Him sussing out the black spot and realizing, hey, maybe we should chill a bit and, feel the vibe. To him dominating on the drums. This is best case scenario. Finding the relationship between all of the children so very sweet. I just hate the way the adults are sexualizing them, especially when it comes to Will and Ronnie. Each chance an adult gets, they talk to these children, particularly the Black children, about responsibility and love, when these children are clearly just trying to figure themselves out. I got especially tight when Hank pressed Will, because your girlfriend is not only the reason why you're an unwanted man, she's also luring in children to be massacred. So don't you talk to me about love. I've been loving this side of Marge, and I see why Lily is friends with her. This scene where she scares the patty cakes is so masterfully done. There's a horror element to them walking up to her and seeing what decision she's going to make, but also the way that they frame the other losers at the table, especially this one who looks like Molly Ringwald. I don't even see the people that Richie and Marge are sitting with until the patty cakes acknowledges them. And I think that speaks to the fact that losers are invisible, and it was just such a great directorial touch. I don't think Charlotte is going to make it out this season. I think she has a right to pack up and want to leave, because at the end of the day, Leroy did put them in danger for a country that doesn't fuck with them. And it just makes me sad, especially seeing her relationship with Will and how she supports him. The entities set up a massacre so that he can go back to sleep, which is why I think he let Hank out, not because he loves Mrs. Kirsch and wanted to fill out her wishes, because truly I don't think he has any feeling towards her. I think he knows that she will help keep him fed. But I am certain of is that he knew if Hank was let out, tensions would rise even more. And now he's getting exactly what he wanted. The show does not need all of the horror elements that it includes, because I have to say these moments are the scariest to me. Hank losing his temper and slapping Will, former sheriff going into that bar and talking to these men, Lily being alone with Mrs. Kirsch, that is the real horror to me. And I have to brace myself for a lot of carnage and a lot of pain that I think is going to come in the next episode. Hands down, 5 out of 5 Frankie Flames.